I feel like it's night and day from the day I got drafted.
With the first pick,
from Iowa City to the Circle City.
As a player, I've, been able to improve and try to take things from game to game to get better at.
Here are the first points of Caitlin Clark.
Obviously, it was a big adjustment going from college to the professional level. There's a lot of areas that you have to learn, and you have to learn very quickly.
Clark, a deep burst. Triple double for rookie Caitlin Clark has it.
And I feel very thankful to be surrounded by a coaching staff and teammates that, provided me a lot of grace, but always was there to be a shoulder to lean on and to really help me. I feel like I can continue to show up and be the same person that I am, and then as a player, just continue to improve every single day and, help this organization get even better.
It was perhaps statistically the greatest college career for a man or woman in the history of the sport. 51 broken records. The all-time points leader in NCAA history and third all-time in women's D1 assists. She led an Iowa women's basketball team that had been to the Final Four. Once previously to 2 championship appearances, the signature logo 3 and no-look pass built a fan base never before seen in women's basketball, leading to the women's championship game outdrawing the men's in viewership. Caitlin Clark jettisoned into not just a women's basketball star, but a household name and one of the most recognizable athletes on the planet, not just lighting up scoreboards, but television screens too. And after one of the most historic college careers ever, it was straight to the 2024 WNBA draft with the Indiana Fever on the clock with the number 1. The move from college to the pros is a fast...
Every box, whatever the box you have, Stephen A. for,
right.
She checked it.
She checked it. She checked it. Make no mistake about it. She deserves all the praise in the world that she's getting right now.
One for all rookies, but with the season starting earlier in 2024 due to the Paris Olympics and the media spotlight Clark had garnered, the next few weeks would be a whirlwind. Moving to a new city, meeting a new fan base, meeting her new teammates, and integrating into...
With the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
I mean, you're sitting at your table, and obviously I kind of knew what was going to happen, but you're sitting at your table with your family, you're still a little anxious, and then the commissioner comes out and calls your name. It's super, super special and super fun for my family to be there and enjoy that with me. And it definitely shows that the hard work pays off, and I think more than anything, I'm just grateful. I think I told my mom this, I earned it, I earned this moment, I worked for it, and draft night only happens once, so soaking that in with all of them and enjoying it was super special, and a lot of my teammates, my coaches were there, having them to celebrate that with me, because I wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for all of them. It's all hers. Back to you. Woo! Fever fans, it's Caitlin Clark. I can't wait to get to Indianapolis. I know you guys are excited. I am too. Go Fever!
To a new organization with the season less than a month away. And instantly it would become clear that the spotlight on the Fever organization would be different than the franchise has ever seen, as Clark made appearances on numerous national outlets and media poured into practices just to get their first glimpse.
A little overwhelmed. I didn't know what to expect, but I wish I could have ran through like this, but outfit doesn't really make that work.
The shoes just won't let that happen.
Of the 2024 Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark as a pro. The Fever embarked on what likely is the toughest early season schedule a WNBA team has ever faced in the history of the league. 11 games in 20 days, nearly all against the very top powers in the league, and it would take Clark and the Fever a moment to catch their footing, but even from the beginning, even in those tough early season moments, you could see flashes of the player Caitlin Clark was capable of becoming at the professional level. In just her 6th game as a pro, she finished 2 assists. Shy of a triple-double drilling late game.
For everything you did after the Final Four leading up to this, including non-basketball things, what did it mean to you to just play on the court?
Yeah, I think that's what I was most excited for, is get all the other stuff out of the way. And there really hasn't been a down period for me to kind of really catch my breath, but at the same time, I feel really grateful for that too. And like I said to everybody, I feel like I'm in really good basketball shape. There's no getting back in shape for myself. I've been playing basketball. There's been no really off period, and for me, I feel like that's a really good thing. You just keep the momentum rolling and keep being myself, keep learning. Draft was amazing. New York City was amazing. LA was amazing, but I was excited just to get here and get back to playing basketball and doing my job.
can hear her communicating. You can see the way that she can find you. I mean, her passes are tremendous, and so as a post player, it makes me want to run because I'm like, okay, I'll get a touch. Let me just get down there just because of how well she passed it. But I mean, she's a great teammate. She just talks, communicates, we have laughs, and so it's always great.
Game 3s to bury the LA Sparks. One, a jam-packed Gainbridge, the Fieldhouse was filled to the brim with feverish fans, 22 jerseys, and memorabilia everywhere you turned. Fans were packed in the players' tunnel, hoping for a moment and an autograph from their young star. Through her first 11 games, Clark averaged 16 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Despite being just a rookie, Clark would see hounding defenses focused heavily on her as a sign of respect for her ability despite being just weeks old in her WNBA career. Then came Game 12 in the nation's capital, a night when both Clark and the Indiana Fever would transform seemingly overnight in front of a sold-out building on the road. Clark dropped in 3 after 3 after 3.
Oop, that is! It knocks that one down, and it's a big one.
Hitting 7 on the night, finishing with 30 points, and helping lead the Fever to a victory. As it would turn out, from that night in DC on, the Fever would have the #1 offense in the WNBA, even better than #1 New York or 2-time defending champion Las Vegas. 2 partnerships in particular stood out, the last 2 #1 picks, Caitlin Clark and Aya. For Boston, their games seemed to click almost overnight, and once they did, they provided regular glimpses of what made their pairing so enticing in the first place. Boston setting powerful screens, opening up Clark. The other, her backcourt mate Kelsey Mitchell. The speed of Mitchell resulted in her being the primary target in Clark's get-ahead passes, which would turn into a major weapon as the season progressed. But Mitchell, who needs little space to get off a shot, would soon start to benefit from more open looks than she's had in her career, to me. And that signature deep 3 that made so many fall in love with her game, while it translated right over into the WNBA. To her average 3-point shot was 28 feet away this year. That's 6 foot behind the 3-point line, and the furthest average distance in the entire WNBA. That seemingly unlimited range forces defenders to guard her much, much further away than they guard everybody else, which opens up other areas of her game and her teammates' game when a defender has to pick her up at 30-foot. Clark regularly makes that defender pay by blowing right by her. The skill set is especially deadly in transition, where defenders have to make split-second decisions, which often turns into a pick-your-poison, leave a deadly 3-point shooter open, or allow her to beat you off the dribble. And
AB has probably, the most experience to what I kind of had to deal with coming in here, being the #1 pick and coming to this franchise. She was somebody that was always very uplifting, and the relationship we built, obviously, between the post and the point guard, is a very important relationship.
With her passing, her gravity alone makes her impactful even when the possession isn't run through her. It's, of course, not just one area that makes Clark great, but the combination of her shooting, scoring, passing, and rebounding, which is exceedingly rare, and that was on full display on July 6th when she made history. Just 11 days later.
To me, Kels is one of the most underrated players in our league and doesn't always get the credit that she deserves. She's, had the best year of her career. She was absolutely tremendous, but she was always just somebody that was there for me and somebody I could lean on, and she was always there to pick me up.
She'd make even more impressive history. With 19 assists in Dallas, she set a new WNBA record for most assists in a game. All of a sudden, as the Olympic break hit, Clark found herself as the WNBA's assist leader and an all-star, the first rookie with a triple-double, and she became the heavy favorite for Rookie of the Year, with her name even starting to creep into all WNBA territory. But Clark found out earlier in the year she would not be part of Team USA in the Olympics, as many expected her to be. Instead, she harnessed that decision into a lethal 3-headed monster of motivation, chemistry building, and rest. The version of Caitlin Clark and the Fever that emerged out of the Olympic break was a sight to behold, leveling up her game once again, and her teammates followed suit. The Fever went to a WNBA Best 7-1 in their first 8 games out of the break, going from a team hoping to make the playoffs for a team who clinched a playoff berth with weeks to spare, and one that would solidly end up with a 6th seed. This stretch of play would turn out to be the best stretch the Fever had in nearly a decade. And Clark, of course, was at the center of it, all averaging 25 points, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. She was arguably the best player in the entire...
Triple-double for a rookie. Caitlin Clark has it. More history for the Fever rookie.
entire WNBA over this to me as she and Mitchell emerged as the best backcourt duo in the WNBA during this stretch, and the award started pouring Eastern Conference Player of the Week then again. Then a third straight time another Rookie of the Month award and Eastern Conference Player of the Month. It was a season for the record books among Clark's seemingly incalculable number of awards and recognitions include the only 2 rookie triple-doubles in WNBA history. The WNBA total assist record, the single game assist record, the most assists per game from a rookie, with the most threes made in the WNBA this season, leading to Rookie of the Year and finishing 4th in the MVP voting. Yet the impact of a rookie season may not be best remembered by the awards or the return to the playoffs, but rather the movement started in Indiana. Fever not only set the WNBA's attendance,
Like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year. So now that I've had a little break, it's been really good for myself, but I feel like I definitely have that itch to get back out there.
record. They shattered it over 200,000 more people attended fewer games this season than any other team in any other year here, and selling out every single road game. Music. 2. Caitlin Clark's WNBA career is just getting started, and as she says, the best is still to come. But her combined impact in and off the courts has already been breathtaking.